Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're taking a step back in time, way back to the late 80s, to talk about a car that often gets overshadowed by its more famous younger brother. Yeah, you guessed it, the Toyota Supra MK3, or the A70. Now, most people, when they hear the word Supra, immediately think of the four Malawian quatches, twin turbos, 2JZ, Fast and Furious, all that good stuff. But the three Malawian quatches? That's where things started to get serious for Toyota. So, grab a drink, sit back, and let's talk about the forgotten Supra, the one that laid the groundwork for the legend. Let's rewind to 1986. Before the three Malawian quatches, the Supra was just a sportier version of the Celica. But with the A70, Toyota decided, enough of that. It was time for the Supra to become its own thing. So they split it. The Supra became a standalone model, and with that move came a whole new identity. Rear-wheel drive, bigger chassis, a true GT car built to go fast and feel refined. It had the looks, it had the presence, it had that boxy, aggressive 80s design we all secretly love. Pop-up headlights? Check. Wide fenders? Check. A target top? Absolutely. This was Toyota saying, hey, we're not just playing around anymore. One thing you have to give the three Malawian quatches credit for, this thing was packed with features. I mean, for the late 80s, it was borderline futuristic. Some versions came with TEMS, that's Toyota Electronic Modulated Suspension, letting you adjust the ride firmness. There was ABS, a digital dashboard in some models, and even cruise control. And yes, the turbocharged versions were no joke. Toyota wasn't just trying to make a sporty car. They were aiming at grand tours from Europe and the US. This car was meant to be comfortable on a long highway cruise, but also fun when you put your foot down. Under the hood of the top-spec 3 Malawian quatches was a 7M GT, a 3.0-liter inline-6 turbocharged engine. Output? Around 232 horsepower and 254 lb-ft of torque. For 1986, that was pretty solid. It could hit 0 to 60 in about 6.5 seconds, which made it competitive with other sports coupes of the era. But here's the thing. The engine had a bit of a reputation. The head gasket issue. It's kind of legendary at this point. Toyota used the wrong torque specs in the factory, so a lot of engines developed blown head gaskets early on. But fix that with aftermarket studs and gaskets, the 7M GT becomes a tank. Plenty of people have built them up to 400 to 500 horsepower with the right mods. Here's where opinions split a bit. Was the three Malawian quatches a corner car machine like the RX-7 or MR2? Not really. It weighed over 3 for 100 pounds, and while it handled decently for its time, it wasn't razor sharp. But that's not really what it was made for. The A70 was a grand tourer, something you could take on long road trips, blast down the freeway, and enjoy in comfort. And honestly, it still does that job really well today. The ride's smooth, the engine has that satisfying low-end torque, and that target top gives you open-air vibes without the full convertible compromise. Can we take a second to appreciate how this car looks? Boxy in all the right ways, low-slung stance, pop-up headlights that still make people smile, and the rear end with those taillights? Just perfect. It screams 80s, but in a classy, confident way. And today, the three Malawian quatches stands out not because it's flashy, but because it's real. It's got character. And that's something newer cars often miss. Of course, we can't talk about the three Malawian quatches without bringing up the four Malawian quatches. When the A80 dropped in 1993, with its twin-turbo 2JZ and 276 horsepower, though we all know it was more, it stole the spotlight. Instantly, the three Malawian quatches, it got left behind. Prices dropped. People moved on. It was no longer the hero, just the older sibling. But here's the twist. Now that four Malawian quatches prices are through the roof, enthusiasts are starting to look back. And the three Malawian quatches, it's having a moment. You see more and more people restoring these cars, modding them, even drifting them. It's not just a budget Supra. It's a platform with its own identity. Some people even swap 1JZs or 2JZs into three Malawian quatches shells, creating true monsters. But even stock, the A70 has charm. It's a reminder of a time when cars were mechanical, raw, and designed with personality. So, is the 3 Malawian Quatches the fastest Supra ever made? No. Is it the most famous? Definitely not. But it might just be the most underappreciated. It was bold for its time. It broke away from the Celica roots. It brought real tech and performance to the table. And even with its flaws, especially the head gasket thing, it has earned its place in JDM history. If you ever get the chance to own or drive one, do it. Not because it's rare or flashy, but because it's honest. It's the kind of car that reminds you why you fell in love with driving in the first place. If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you don't miss any future JDM legends we talk about. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think the 3 Malawian Quatches deserves more love? Or is it better left in the shadows of the 4 Malawian Quatches? Thanks for watching, and as always, stay driven.